Hey, good morning, everybody. Marcel, what is it? April 27th, 2024. I found a little news piece that has a little comedy element to it. Here we are in Florida at this individual in the left's vacation home. And as you can see, he is being read his rights for a criminal investigation. And it's unbelievable. You have this Democrat triggered by an anti-Democrat bumper sticker. Let's go, Brandon. And he felt he should damage somebody's property based on that bumper sticker, and now he's going to jail.
Good. Stop. So I'm guessing you probably know what this is about, right?
Zero, Victor Alpha.
No. No.
I just checked my truck to see if I hit anything.
Okay.
Liar.
So what I'm gonna do, I'm investigating a criminal. It's a criminal investigation. Okay. So before I ask you anything, I'm gonna read you your rights real quick. Okay. And then I'm gonna show you a video, and you can tell me if you remember what it's about after that. Okay.
1125 Curve.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in a court of law.
Now, it's at this point, I think this Democrat knows he is screwed. He's like, why would this officer be reading my rights before he questions me about a video? He knows exactly what he did. And what he did, guys, is key a car with the Let's Go Brandon sticker. And there is video surveillance, security footage to get him caught in the process. What a jabroni.
Law enforcement officer to speak to an attorney?
No.
Okay. Having these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to us now?
Yeah.
Okay. So anything you don't want to answer, you don't have to. Okay. So I'm going to show you a video real quick, and I'm just going to see if it jogs your memory about what happened in Winn-Dixie on Sunday night.
Yeah.
Okay. So anything you don't want to answer, you don't have to. Okay. So I'm going to show you a video real quick, and I'm just going to see if it jogs your memory about what happened in Winn-Dixie on Sunday night.
I was at Winn-Dixie to pick up some coffee and key lime pie. Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember what you did when you walked out of Winn-Dixie? To the green Toyota Tundra? It was not raining.
Okay. I don't recall. Yeah, I thought it was raining, but.
Okay. The green Toyota Tundra pickup truck that you walked up to? You don't remember what you did?
I walked by a truck, yeah.
Okay. What did you do to it?
I scratched it.
Why?
Um,
Was it the bumper sticker? Because they've got a ton of security footage there, man.
Okay, so
I see you walking behind it, and you look over at it, and she's got a sticker that says, "Let's go, Brandon," or something.
Yeah. I guess it infuriated me.
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
Was that
Despicable.
it? That's the only reason you did it? You don't know who owns the truck or anything?
Yeah, that's the only reason I did it.
Seriously, what a piece of garbage. Damaging someone's property. I don't know about you, but I would never damage somebody's property. You would have to have really, really good reasons to damage somebody's property, and this is not one of them. Let's go, Brandon. You know, it's the same thing could happen to any one of us. You know, we have our Canadian flags on the back in Canada, on the back of the RV. We could have a fuck Trudeau flag on the back of the RV, and then some asshole Democrat, non-law abiding Democrat goes and damages your property because you stand up for the rights and freedoms of our Constitution. And this guy should be so embarrassed for himself in front of his wife too, of course.
Okay. So you went on I could see you go on the passenger side, and you left a big scrape on that side, and then I saw you do a circle in the parking lot and come back to it, and then go to the.
That's the only side I did.
Okay. She's already got a few dents and stuff on it, but she somehow knew that those were new scratches. And I could see like something black in your left hand.
Yeah, I won't.
Was it a key
I
or
did it.
was it a key?
I did
No,
it.
it's my key fob. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have that with you? It's in the truck.
Yeah.
Do you have your ID with you as well?
I guess I find it also a little amusing that, of course, you have this guy doesn't even know his rights. He could have not answered any questions and been better off and get a lawyer to represent him, you know. But you know, stupid is as stupid does. He damages somebody's property over a political sticker that represents how stupid your proven senile Joe Biden is. He can't be charged with misconduct or mishandling classified documents in his garage because, well, he's too old and senile to even know what he's doing. Yet he's the president. He was such a weak president. He doesn't even do anything. He just reads the teleprompter, which he can't even read. He reads like the thing saying, next line, hold pause. Like, seriously, how do these people support this Joe freaking senile, weak, prompt reading, fake President Joe Biden? Like, oh, baby, suckling. Like, he's a sicko, too. You support a sicko. What do you guys think? Write in the comments. And again, this guy should have just shut up and gone to jail. Instead, he just admits to everything.
Sunday, yes. I went there to get coffee.
Okay.
And it's stupid thing to do, but this whole no excuses.
That's what's brought to.
Get up, pay that, get the parking lot up.
And you should.
Yeah.
Can you copy a New York deal?
Yeah, a New Yorker vacationing in Florida. Man, this is wild, guys. What a simple little story that shows the arrogance of these Democrat terrorists following their Democrat terrorist deep state organization ruining the world. Ernie Racing News, guys. His wife is really going to have it on him now. He freaking... Anyways, guys. Just a loser. Over and out.
I mean, dude, it costs about $6,000. It's a felony. When you damage someone's property over $1,000, it's a felony. So normally I would get a warrant for you, but since it's a felony and it just happened 2 days ago, I don't need a warrant.
89 Echo Indian Golf Mike, 89 Black Color for Transatlantic.
Do you have your phone with you?
I do not have two phone. You got to think of the airport.
6101 and 7103. Where's your on here?
For a felony criminal mischief.
That's a felony?
Over $1,000 of damage.
She's blown away by damaging somebody's property that you can be arrested.
Is a felony. It's about $6,000 to repaint a truck.
So what does he have to do? What do we have to do?
He has to go to jail, and tomorrow morning he'll have first appearance in front of a judge.
Tomorrow morning?
First appearance for today is already over.
Control 1.
Welcome to Florida, everybody.
Look,
Somewhere where there's actual accountability for crime.
Face the truck.
Now, a real story in my own town, Kelowna, BC, where we have a fentanyl user. Somebody on fentanyl, meth, crack, actually all three combined, damaging vehicles in downtown Kelowna. And guess what happens? I'll try to find the article. You know, but while I'm looking for the story, I come across something even more heinous. Convicted Kelowna killer sentenced once again for vehicle theft, breaching probation. And this is an April 25th story, so just recently. Holy smokes, a Kelowna man who fatally stabbed a random person on a city bus back in 2014 was once again pleaded guilty to a handful of charges. The second time he's done so since his release from custody on the killing. Tyler Newton, 33, appeared in Kelowna court Tuesday to plead guilty to 7 charges that stemmed from 2 separate incidents last year in Kelowna and Kamloops. With credit for time served, he has 255 days left to serve. Newton infamously stabbed 55-year-old Cesar Rosales to death on Kelowna's number 8 bus near the Dilworth Shopping Centre on the evening of October 30th, 2014. The killing was completely unprovoked, and Rosales had never met Newton before. Newton had suffered from significant addiction for much of his life, according to defense lawyer Tiffany Zanata back in 2016, and a psychologist said Newton was in a drug-induced psychosis during the attack. While he was charged with second-degree murder, Newton struck a plea deal with the Crown and pleaded guilty to the lesser charge of manslaughter. Unfreaking believable. Can you imagine you're the one murdered, or your brother or your dad is murdered, and this guy gets back out to steal more cars? In June of 2016, he was handed a 7-year jail sentence, but with credit for time served, he was released from custody in December of 2020. Newton had been in and out of custody since that release. Most recently, Newton was arrested and remained incarcerated since October of last year after he stole a vehicle in the Kamloops area. That incident came just a month after he allegedly breached his previous probation conditions in Kelowna, which came a month after another Kelowna incident that led to more charges. It's a criminal repeat, guys. This is freaking makes me angry. On Tuesday, Newton pleaded guilty to possession of stolen property over $5,000, driving while disqualified and breaching probation stemming. So Newton was sentenced to 270 days, blah, blah, blah. I mean, unfreaking believable. During the sentencing hearing, defense counsel said Newton had continued to struggle with his addiction issues following his release on the manslaughter charge. Yeah. Well, maybe this will be good. During sentencing in 2016 for the killing, Justice Heather Holmes specifically addressed Newton's drug use. It is also important that Mr. Newton specifically understand that his priority now is to make sure that his drug addiction never takes hold again. He must understand that he could never risk intoxicating himself by drugs and therefore placing other people so seriously at risk as he did during his period when he committed this murder, on a fucking bus. But Newton had struggled with substance for many years while serving his sentence for the killing of Rosales. He was released from custody on statutory release on two separate occasions, 2019 and 2020, but his release was revoked both times using drugs. While the parole board called his criminal history appalling and his previous community service history abysmal, he was released to a rooming house in 2019, but he tested positive for methamphetamines just 2 days later and his release was revoked. Then in June 2020, he was released to a halfway house, but that release was revoked the following month for again testing positive for methamphetamine. Ultimately, his sentence expired in December 2020, and he was freed from custody. And he'll be back, possibly. Just wait until he murders the next person or stabs the next person. And it's a slap in the face. A slap in the face. Guys, this is how fucked up British Columbia and Canada is. Why BC ruled that doing drugs in playgrounds is constitutionally protected. And this, I've seen this around Kelowna, not just in the playgrounds, but right downtown where all the kids are playing with the Ogopogo. It's like a statue, a big, Ogopogo. It's the Loch Ness Monster of Kelowna. In December 29th injunction, BC Supreme Court ruled that it would impose irreparable harm if drug users were warned away from public areas. Yeah, so let them do their drugs. Oh, look at that. Look at all the drugs on the ground. Needles in the park for a kid's playground. For an NDP government that was looking to take a public stand against rising rates of drug-related disorder, the playground amendment was arguably among the least controversial things they could have done. Wild. So British Columbia was already 9 months into an unprecedented pilot project to decriminalize personal amounts of illicit drugs, fentanyl, heroin, cocaine, meth, MDMA, so long as it was only 2.5 grams. The federal exemption was now legal to possess illicit drugs basically anywhere in British Columbia. The Playground Amendment, enacted on September 8th, dialed it back ever so slightly. You could still possess illicit drugs without consequences, but you couldn't do it within 15 meters of a playground, skate park, or outdoor spray pool or wading pool. Schools and childcare facility premises has already been written into the thing. But in an injunction issued just before the end of 2023, the BC Supreme Court ruled that even the most delicate check against public drug use was a violation of the charter rights and freedoms. Oh, so now they protect your charter rights and violations. Bunch of bitches. But wait, there's more. Devastating record. Kelowna sees 101 drug poisoning deaths in 2023. Fantastic job, NDP. We got 4 times the crime. Everything costs 4 times as much thanks to your BC carbon tax. We got 4 times the crime. And now we got, how many times drug death poisoning with your free drug program and nobody's responsible for anything. This past year, another devastating record was broken in Kelowna at the hands of the unregulated and toxic drug supply in BC. According to the 2023 BC Coroner Service report released on January 24th, 101 people in Kelowna died due to unregulated drugs in the last year, which is a significant increase from 84 deaths in 2022. Across the province, 2,511 people died as a result of unregulated drugs last year, which is a marked increase of 2022. So the headline reads, 2023 was the worst year for fatal toxic drug poisons in BC history. Congratulations, NDP liberal bitches. You've destroyed Canada. And now what? Now what are you doing? You're backing up on your whole bullshit now? And here you have it. BC now, in 22 hours ago, British Columbia to ban drug use in public spaces, including inside hospitals. Oh yeah, there's EB, a little clown liberal NDP EB. BC Premier David Eby speaks during an announcement in Delta, BC on Monday, March 18th. The provincial government announced Friday, April 26th, that it would be moving to banned drug use in more public spaces, specifically inside hospitals, on transits, and in park. In transit. Oh, yeah. So, you don't have people stabbing people to death, right? After months of pressure from the public, police, and parts of the political opposition, the BC NDP government is asking the federal government to make illicit drug use illegal in all public spaces, including parks, hospitals, and on transit. Premier David Eby said Friday, April 26 in Vancouver, that his request marks a significant change to the first of its kind exemption behind decriminalization. It currently prohibits police from arresting, charging, and seizing adults in possession of up to 2.5 grams of heroin, cocaine, crack, crystal meth, MDMA, or fentanyl. The 3-year program started on January 21st, 2023. So the first month, at the end of the first month of 2023, after Ottawa had issued the exemption in May of 2023 following BC's initial request in November of 2021. The pilot launched after years of calls by advocates and experts to decriminalize personal possession of drugs in an effort to reduce stigma and those using alone. What a joke, right? It says police will receive guidance to only arrest for simple possession of illicit drugs in exceptional circumstances, like if you murder somebody. The government says it'll be up to police to use this discretion, but drug use is a health issue and not a criminal justice issue. Oh my God. Have you guys seen the video footage of me one-wheeling around downtown at like 10 o'clock or even in the day and filming the guys smoking up right downtown? Right downtown, right in front of the parents with the kids in the daytime playing on the Ogopogo, or right downtown on all the sidewalks, everybody walking past the meth users. It's insane. I'm still having trouble finding the article about the drug user vandalizing cars to keep it on par, but man, the news just keeps coming. I forgot about this. Kelowna's top cop's daughter caught in drug bust. March 2nd, 2012, guys. Lisa McKinnon, the daughter of Kelowna RCMP Superintendent Bill McKinnon, has been charged with drug trafficking. The 22-year-old daughter of Kelowna's top cop faces trafficking charges after a drug bust in the city. Oh my God. Lisa, whose father Bill is superintendent of the Kelowna RCMP detachment, was arrested Tuesday along with a 20-year-old Kelowna man. Inspector Rick Fleming confirmed the arrest Thursday and said the shocking event goes to show that nobody is immune from drugs. And guys, I'm still looking for what I was looking for, but I'm coming across another one. Killers released, revoked. Kelowna man who killed fiancé back behind bars after nearly killing man while on statutory release. Here you have another murderer released. A Kelowna man who fatally stabbed his fiancée 27 times back in 2014 is back behind bars after nearly killed another person while out of custody on statutory release. Ryan Quigley, now 44, was arrested in April of 2014, 3 days after his fiancée, Amy Parks, was found stabbed to death in the couple's home at the former Hiawatha Mobile Home Park. She was 35. He pleaded guilty to manslaughter in October of 2016. This is in Trudeau's reign in 2016, and was handed a 12-year sentence. How do you have manslaughter? How is it manslaughter when you stab somebody with a knife many, many times? With credit for time served, he was left with 9 years and 5 months left to serve. So why is it manslaughter? Well, I can't find it. I'm trying everything. For a woman who vandalized cars in downtown Kelowna was released and given back her drugs. I've tried so many searches. Not happening. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share. Trying to keep you up to date. Cheers.